You know, racing somehow does seem to be an accelerant of life. Somehow the glories seem to be framed by greater accolades and the tragedies by greater sadness. And the only certainty in racing seems to be uncertainty itself. Who was to know what would happen on May 28, 1967? It was a balmy spring morning, the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. Dick Dixon had finished up his new 8-ball modified the day before. He decided that he wouldn't take it to Thompson that afternoon. In fact, he'd wait for the bigger money at the Stafford Memorial Day race the next Monday afternoon. One thing for sure, he had nothing to prove. At 39, Dick Dixon had won far and wide. He could drive just about any car that he chose to, but somehow he often ended up in his own kit. And looking back at it, we can sure understand why. Those cars were wonderfully crafted, they were beautiful, and they were seriously fast. Race historians will probably remember Dick mostly for two things. First would be his cunning, and winning runs on the half mile at the Eastern States Exposition Grounds. Second, though, he was almost his own form of Eastern bandit. In his case, it was the late model shows, Daytona to New England, and just about every track, every size in between. He was clearly very much ahead of his time with those full-size A-frame type cars. And a lot of very influential people in racing, such as Holman and Moody, knew all about that. It looked like the possibility of a very nice life after 39, and he and his wife Sandra talked a lot about building cars, about continuing involvement on Legion committees with United, USAC, and NASCAR. Sandra was always at the races with Dick. This Sunday, though, with the 8-ball in the garage, she elected to go to church with the kids. Dick decided at the last minute to take a run down to Thompson to see the show. And on the way out, he grabbed his helmet. Why not? You never know. When he got there, his buddy Fats Caruso came up to him and told him the seat in the 01 was vacant. The 01, a top-notch modified, owned by a wonderful group of guys. Why not, thought Dick. He was quick from the first lap. Suddenly, though, that mighty number 01 yellow sedan lost traction and looped lazily into a wooden embankment in the infield at Thompson. The impact just didn't seem that shattering, but somehow the fallout was. Dick Dixon was dead. The next day at Indianapolis, hundreds of thousands bowed their heads in a moment of silence for him. One of Windsor area's largest funerals ever to date soon followed. It all seemed unreal, and it still seems unreal today. So, how very fitting it is for us all to assemble here to remember and honor Dick Dixon and to recognize Sandra and the family and everything that they've been through. May they take some comfort that Dick's accelerated life will be preserved forever in the New England Auto Racing Hall of Fame. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different by the request of the family, but may I first request that Sandra and her children come up to the podium.
Time and memories. All the treasures we stored up are just memories of yesterday. Joys and sorrows come back to remind us of life all the way. Our whole life, we never seem to notice as time goes by until the memories tomorrow are gone. Then we let tears fall as we cry. So time passes on by, and then all we can do is look back to them. But as time goes by, I look again into the past, and this is what I see. Day of happiness and despair. days of all the love that Richard had for me and his children. Today's event, we have given me back the wonderful memories of yesterday that I will always treasure. We have given me something to hold on for the rest of my life. At the time, I would like to say thank you to the following people: Al Feeney, Danny Party, Lou Boyd, Doug Farrell, Tom Onsky, Town of East Windsor, Freddie McDermott, Ken Crouch, family, friends, all racing people, and to everyone, God bless. Love yous. Thank you.
And now may we have Freddie McDermott from the American Legion come up, and Ken Crouch from the Town of East Windsor, please.
A proclamation to Sandy. Oh, God.
My glasses.
May it be hereby known to all, the Town of East Windsor offers its most sincerely congratulations to Dick Dixon's family for its recognition and of induction to Dick Dixon in the New England Auto Racing Hall of Fame. Signed, Linda Roberts, First Selectman.
Now, that's an honor. I would like to say, all of this is the honor to the Racing Club Nair of New England and to all racers to show what good American citizens we are. God bless again.
In all the tragedy that Sandra and her family has endured, about 10 years or so after Dick's untimely death, her house burned down, and they were lucky, the whole family was just lucky to escape with their lives, but they lost all their treasured belongings, all the treasured photos of Dick's wonderful racing career. And in memory of that is the picture that I happened to copy from a 1982 edition of the Stock Car Racing magazine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'll show you. I'll turn around. It's a picture that Dick Berggren copied from Warren Szynski, and it ran as in the magazine, and it basically shows 1959 starting field at the Eastern States Exposition Grounds, and the Dick Dixon and 8-Ball is starting in the pole position, and he was the ultimate winner of that race. And I just wanted Sandy to have this picture.
God bless you. Thanks, Al. Thank you.